Good morning, good morning, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. We are live on July the 20th, 2020, doing our thing. Make sure you hit TD Fans Talk up on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook at TD Fans Talk. You can also find my content at dolphinstalk.com. What's up, everybody? Y'all hit that like button on your way in, as we always try to get 200 plus likes on every video so that YouTube can share the word even more, letting people know that TD Fans Talk is here, because there's a lot of people still don't know we exist. There's a lot of Dolphin fans been hitting me up lately saying, man, I always search for content and I never knew this channel existed, and you've been going for 2 years. Hit that like button so they can get notifications, guys, and they can get the word. YouTube will put it on some people's timeline that's not subscribed. Shout out to the Mod Squad, Chad Marchand, the first one in the building, Rip Tupac, Clemente, Darik, Horsey Head from the Bahamas. What's up, y'all? I'm glad y'all rocking with me this morning. Again, make sure you hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. And yes, we have 30 people watching, 15 likes. The numbers will continue to grow, so hit that like button on your way in. Show some love. What's up to the homie, my brother Steve Savain in the house? Flipside Fishing, I see you, man. Listen, guys, I'm gonna get straight to it. I'm gonna jump straight to it, okay? I'm concerned. Got my water handy, by the way. You know, that see-through water. I'm concerned. In a see-through shirt. Y'all like that? That's the new shirts, the see-through shirts. You see that TD Fans Talk behind me? I got the see-through shirts rocking. But I'm concerned, man. I'm concerned. I'm concerned about football because the players have concerns, but does the NFL have solutions? Miami Dolphins cornerback Byron Jones takes the lead, all right? If you haven't heard, the players had a phone conference meeting, and Byron Jones was one of the leaders in the room. He took the lead, and he basically told all the players, if you have a concern, let's just let the NFL know. Let's do it creatively and basically put it on blast. Let's do it out in the public. Send your tweets, send notifications through social media. Let them know we want to play football. We're not trying to get out of camp. We want to play football, but we also want to do it safely. And the biggest name who actually tweeted out was Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson came out and he said, I have a wife who is pregnant. I want to play football, but I want to do it safely without putting my family at risk. NFL, what's the plan? And that's the right way. That's the right way to come at the situation. But it scared me because it's making me feel like we're about to enter into a realm where we have to question if we're going to have football. Well, why would that say? Why would that make you think that? They're just asking for the solution. NFL needs to give the solution. Can you think of a solution? Let's keep it 100 here. We can hide all we want, but the reality is, what is the solution? Players, this is training camp. This is the most physical. This is a physical game. It's a physical game. You're going to be touching, rubbing, sweating on each other. If anybody has COVID, you're going to pass it. It's inevitable. It's a physical contact game. You can't run a social distance offense where the center is here, the right guard is 6 feet away, the left guard is 6 feet away, the left tackle is 6 feet away from them, the right tackle, I'm wrong way, but y'all get my point. You can't do that. So how do you play football safe? How? The truth is, with what's going on right now, it's impossible. First of all, they have to hope everyone is negative. That's number one. Number two, they have to hope everyone's family is negative who they go home to, because you can't take NFL players and say, you can't be by your family for 4 months. Just sit to the side. You know, we're going to put y'all in hotel rooms. You just can't be with your family for 4 months. It's impossible. It's impossible. It's impossible. So what's going to happen? What's going to happen? What's going to happen? That's what scares me, because there's really no solution to this, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm going to give you two scenarios. One scenario is, the truth be told, we just don't have football in preservation of everyone's safety and their family's safety and health. It's that simple. We may not have football. Solution number two. They play football and treat COVID-19 just like the flu. And I'm going to be honest with you all. Just like kids having to go back to school and everything like that, because the government has already made that decision, in my opinion. Play football. I mean, go to school, go back to work. You know what? It is what it is. Because here's the grim reality of it. Because I'm not telling people what to do or anything like that. But here's the grim reality. COVID ain't going nowhere. It's not going. I don't think COVID is the type of thing that, we finally got rid of it. The last case is gone. It's not going anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. It's not. Just like the flu isn't going anywhere. It keeps coming out. And I know people talk about it's flu season. Flu is year round, just so you know. It's just flu season when the elements are conducive to spreading it a lot more. At some point, this nation is going to have to move on and treat COVID like the flu. That's the reality. I'm not making those rules. That's the reality, because it's not going anywhere. We're not going to be able to hide at home for the next 5-6 years, as you can see, because they're already opening things up and telling people it is what it is, even with the highest numbers ever per day. Doesn't matter. At some point, we're going to come to grips with that. At some point. So the NFL has a decision to make, because a lot of people are emotional about COVID and the decisions that employers are forcing people to make. But at some point, we're all going to have to come to grips with treating it just like the flu. Yeah, but there's no vaccine for this. There's a vaccine for the flu, but yet the numbers are still high every year. And of course, they're getting closer and closer to a quote unquote a vaccine, pumping a lot of money in Operation Immediate or whatever they called it. COVID is here forever. Now, like the flu. I know. So at the end of the day, the NFL just has to decide what stage it's going to be in. Is it going to be in the stage of we're still trying to protect people? Or is it going to be in the stage of get over it, everybody's at risk anyway, it is what it is? That's what's going to happen. That's the situation. I don't know if that's what's going to happen, but that's the situation we're in. Those are the decisions that have to be made. Because as people continue to move on and move forward with their lives, worry-free. I mean, I've been places this weekend with my mask on and everybody no mask. Even though I think in Florida you're supposed to or something like that, but no mask. Like, people don't care, and people are doing what they do. And at the end of the day, it's going to be impossible to require everybody to wear a mask and do all of that stuff. It's going to be impossible. You're always going to have people, I'm not doing it. It is what it is. So that's the element of what we live in. It's just the element. And Rip Tupac said no fans in the stadium. Same thing. At some point, it's going to be like, it's the same risk. Listen, NFL can open up and they can say 20,000 fans in each stadium. No 60, no 80, no 100, whatever your stadium holds. I can see by week 5, we're going to increase the percentage by 10%. Week 9, we're going to increase it by another 10%. It's all just stages, man. At some point, people are going to come to grips with it is what it is. If you get it, you get it. At some point, But right now, when it comes to are we going to have football, that just depends on how the NFL is going to play it. Are they going to be sensitive to how people feel and still push it out? And in my opinion, act like, oh, let's do what we got to do to help people. And I did say act like. Or are they going to say people are going to have to get over it because this is the reality and what we live in now? That's what's going to happen. They're going to have to make that decision. And some CEOs and some this and that are like, who cares? Come back. It is what it is. A year from now, nobody's going to be talking about it anyway. You're going to be like, oh, COVID's on the rise again. But at the end of the day, it's back to life. It's crazy, man. What if reality isn't that simple? In recent times, the most the flu killed in 1 year was like 100,000. We're heading towards 250,000 in less than a year. And I agree. This is totally different. But at the same token, you also have to understand that the death rate is actually going down too. Nobody's talking about that. Because, and it could be because one thing that we're engineered to do is start to, I'm not going to say become compatible, but our body starts to adjust to be able to handle certain things that are prevalent threats. All these people that are asymptomatic, see, it's so much that we still have to learn about it. If you're asymptomatic, can you keep catching it? Or if you catch it, you don't catch it again? Or, it's so much to learn. And if you're asymptomatic, will you always be asymptomatic? This might even be something where everyone actually gets it. Everyone. But 95% of the people may be asymptomatic. It may be the case. We don't know. It's so much we don't know. There's so much that we don't know. But what I do know is that the death rates are going down. Not sure why. I think I understand why the death rates are going down. Because now people are, before people were getting tested because they were sick and they were like, oh, I think I got COVID, and they're going in. But now everybody's getting tested because for many reasons. Number one, I want to get tested. Number two, I have to get tested before I return to this, or before I go to that, or before I return to this or that. So that's probably why the death rate is going down. A lot of people from the beginning had COVID but didn't care because they didn't show any symptoms. Some people have had COVID, it has already went through and don't have it anymore and never knew they had it. You know how many people are saying, man, I got so sick in January and February, but it was gone. But that might have been COVID. Those people aren't included in the testing. You know how many people, if you ask me, that's happened to me twice already. But nobody else in my house has, and I haven't been quarantining with nobody in my house. We've been having fun, loving each other, doing all that good stuff. But nobody's been bothered in my house. And I've had 2 little spats of feeling something. Which is weird because I'm never, but I'm assuming I didn't have COVID. So I don't know. It's so much we don't know. So much we don't know. We don't know, man. For real, man. Oh, snap. You asked us some serious questions, and we all may have had it already, too. I mean, I'm starting to feel that way. Maybe everybody got it. Maybe it was so airborne and contagious that everybody really got it. It's just most people wouldn't have never even known. And it's affecting a specific group of people. I don't know. Who knows? I don't know. Don't take what I say to be the gospel. I'm just saying, you don't know. So at the end of the day, man, one thing that I do know is that we will move on at some point. And a lot of people aren't going to like it when we do, but it's still inevitable. Yeah, come on. Y'all know better than that. Y'all think we're going to be sitting in our house for the next 2-3 years until they find a cure? Come on. Come on. Come on. Y'all know better than that. Numbers getting worse and they're opening up and like, it is what it is. We'll scale back some things, but it is what it is. Daily infected people higher than it's ever been. But hey, we opening back up. So one thing, like I said, we do know is that we're going to open up eventually with the risk. Because the reality is the risk ain't going nowhere anyway. Unless they find this magic thing that eradicated it all and it doesn't exist anymore. But I'll wait to see that. I'll wait to see that. So that's going to be the real deciding factor on, you know, a lot of these things. Are we going to have this? Are we going to have that? Is this going to happen? Is that going to happen? This is an important month for sports. NBA is supposed to crank up in 2 days. NFL rookies are supposed to report in a few days. Man, this is an important week. This is an important week. And it's tough. People also have to look at the big picture. People have to look at the big picture. A lot of people blaming this and blaming that. But what people don't understand is what's more dangerous, the risk of COVID or the country collapsing. Nobody talks about the real consequences of sitting everyone home and like do people understand when the money stops, what happens? I'm a family of 7. I thank God that I'm blessed in certain ways and that I feel good about, you know, emergency situations. But think about, there are families of 7 that people are losing their jobs. We're closing down to avoid people from catching COVID, but the business isn't making any money. So now we need to, you know how many businesses we're like, oh my gosh, they closed down? We can't eat there anymore? Wow, they didn't make it through COVID. But it's one thing to say forget the company, but what about all the employees that worked at the company? What are they doing now? Oh, they're applying for that unemployment stimulus. That's not going to be forever. And those who want to put the onus on the government where they need to make it as long as necessary, that's not going to happen. People think that this country has the money to just keep giving out. We're printing money we don't have now. Facts. If you do your research, you'll understand what I'm talking about. Over 20 trillion in debt. We are printing money now as a stimulus that we don't even have. Understand that. And at some point, the system can collapse. Imagine waking up one day and your dollar ain't worth nothing. It's serious. One moment, guys. Oh no, be careful. Sorry, little one toppling over stuff behind us. But people have to understand. That's the part that people don't understand. Oh, why is this government making people opening back up again? Do you understand what the U.S. would be if it was a third world country? Man, I ain't even gonna have that conversation and go down that rabbit hole because it can get gruesome. That conversation can be real nasty. But all I know is all y'all with families, if you have no money and you have no food in your house and you're looking at your baby starving, what are you going to do? and it gets worse from there. That's all I'll say. I'll let you draw your own conclusions in your head. That's how bad things can get. That's how bad things get in other countries. But as Americans, we are so blinded to it because we think that those things are never possible. This is why you have to make the tough decision at times we got to open back up. We got to keep families fed. We got to keep the ball moving. We got to keep money moving. It sucks, but that's the reality. That's the reality. I hate to say this, and it's sad because those who are dying from COVID, it's the saddest thing ever for anyone to die for any reason, but it's just sad when it's something you don't even see. But some people have to make tough decisions. Do you rather like 0.0001% dying from that, or putting our country through that type of situation where people are doing certain things just to eat? It's trust me, the death rate would be a lot higher than what COVID is. Because when everybody has to go in survival mode, different decisions are made. It's the same decisions that a lot of people in certain neighborhoods are making now to feed their family by committing crimes. And we talk about then we need to put them in situations to where they don't have to. That's the social issues. But this is why they're going to open up. George Albanese, I agree. You said it perfectly. Agreed. This is terrible, but you don't sacrifice the country because of it. And people don't see that, especially in today's climate. When you say sacrifice the country, listen, man, listen, people don't get that. That's why I know, and that's why I say and that's why I tell y'all, I know one thing that's going to happen. We're going to reopen. It's just a matter of to what extent, because we're already reopened technically. Now businesses are going to have to make tough decisions. I had 6 months of reserves. We were good, even with COVID up, but 6 months are up now. How your reserves looking? Because I remember 4 months ago, a lot of companies were toting the fact that we'll be fine during COVID. We have about 4 or 5 months of reserves. 5 months is up now. 5 months are up now. How are your reserves looking? Now they're going to be making decisions. Well, now I'm hearing companies say things like, we want to bring people back, but we're going to start out on a voluntary basis. They're trying to soften the blow. Ain't nobody volunteering. They're softening the blow. Next thing you know, people are going to be getting emails. All right, we have a 3-step coming back to work process. Phase 1, phase 2, phase 3. It's all about to be released. Unless your job really can be done at home. But it's a lot of people out of work. Unemployment benefit is not going to go on forever. We might be lucky if the government extends it for the rest of the year, but it is not going to go on forever. It just won't. So will we have football? That's the $1 million question. What is the NFL going to do? Are they going to follow suit with the country, or are they going to continue to kick the can down the road? But at the end of the day, they're going to ask people to come back at some point, regardless of the situation. Regardless. Think about it. Think about the NFL. All right, y'all. Y'all are right. We have no plan because it's impossible for them to have a plan. Let's get that straight now. It is impossible for them to have a plan that doesn't constitute losing more money. The only plan they can have is literally paying for players and families to be in a secure location all week, traveling to different cities. That's the only plan. Or telling the players you gotta leave your family like the NBA did. But the NFL is longer. It's 4 months plus playoffs. It's longer. I don't see that happening. You know how much money that would cost? We already talk about how the salary cap could be reduced 10 to 20 million next year. That's the type of stuff that makes it reduce 40, 50 million. Because the shareholders, owners, still got to get paid. It's Roger Goodell's business to make sure their bottom dollar is still protected. If I can bet $1 million, I bet we have it baseball and basketball about to launch this Friday. Man, I mean, I agree with you. But what's happening is the players are starting to brew that drama. And it ain't a drama in a bad way. I don't say that like, oh, the players starting stuff. No, they have every right to. And I'm actually happy that they are. Because as an individual, you have to be safe and sorry. You got to do everything that's best for you and your family. At the end of the day, you got to kick and scratch to protect you and yours. So I'm with it. But at the same token, they're opening it up now. It's a controversy now, believe it or not. The NFL still hasn't responded, from my understanding. One of their most prominent players just came out and said, I have a pregnant wife at home. I want to play football. We all want to play. So what's the plan to do it safely? What kind of reply can the NFL give? Any of y'all brilliant minds have a reply to say this is what we could do to play the game safely? Anybody got a plan? There ain't no plan for a physical sport where you're hugging each other with sweat. That's the reality. There ain't no plan. There ain't no plan, man. So the NFL is going to have to, they're probably going to be the first ones to be forced into coming up with the plan, because the NBA can do it. It's already costing them $150 million that the NBA had to pay Disney. The NBA paid Disney $150 million to get it done. The room and board, the courts, all that stuff. $150 million had to pay. Would have never had to pay that. So you know their revenue is impacted. But even though their revenue is impacted, there's also something to hold on. There's also something to benefit from it, because it's going to be the first sport that people get to watch, and the ratings should be at an all-time high because everybody's missing sports. And when the NBA tips off this week, it's going to be like I'm going to be in front of the TV. If y'all want me to even stream some of the NBA games, y'all got to let me know. I'll be we can talk football, but we can talk the games too, because I'm going to be watching it. We ain't had nothing. We've had nothing but family, and it's one of the most beautiful things. But you can only get so much sometimes. I love my family. My family, we've been playing everything. We've been buying board games, doing everything. But at some point, you got to mix it up, man. So the NBA is going to get high ratings, even without fans. It's going to be very high rated when the NBA comes back this week. But the NFL definitely can get high ratings. The problem is the players just pose the question that the NFL has to answer, and the only answer I can see them giving is either we don't play or suck it up. COVID's not going anywhere. Playtime. You choose to sit out if you want, and if you do, you just don't get paid. Those are the only two solutions that I could see. Somebody just sent me something, said, fun fact, did you know Ryan Tannehill has a higher career passer rating than Andrew Luck? Who else thinks our QB1 is way too underrated? Oh, that's a Tennessee Titan sent that. Wow. I'll just read what somebody sent me, y'all. Don't get on me about it. Anywho, man, this is going to be tough. Byron Jones is the one who stepped up and told players, this is what we need to do. Let the league know via social media so we can bring awareness that we want to play football, but we're concerned. What's the plan? And usually we have great minds, here on the show. And that's why I always ask all y'all great minds, but can we really come up with a solution? No. There is no solution unless one drops miraculously in their lap like a vaccine all of a sudden, like, wow. Outside of that, I've been saying this for months, TD. COVID isn't good, but for the time being, COVID is the new flu, and people still go out and be in full capacity with the flu. They have to get back. But we know it's inevitable. It's inevitable, bro. It's inevitable. At some point, people are going to be mad when they say suck it up, and you're going to see all the videos and memes on social media. They're out here putting us at risk. Blah, blah, blah. They're doing this to us. And of course, y'all already know Washington is going to get blamed. So at the end of the day, that's what's going to happen. Rashad Brown said, wear your freaking mask and wash them hands. Bro, at the end of the day, it's time for us to start coming to the realization everybody ain't finna wear their mask and wash their hands. It's not going to happen. Keep promoting it. Keep on putting commercials out. It's not going to happen. There are people who are deeply ingrained that say it's against my constitutional right. You're violating my rights trying to mandate me to. Once you start hearing stuff like that, chalk it up, bro. Whether you think it's smart or dumb, chalk it up. Chalk it up. When you start hearing people talk about their rights, chalk it up. Chalk it up, man. That's a battle that's never gonna end. For the greater good of everybody, it doesn't matter. If it infringes on rights, chalk it up, bro. People need to wear their masks. Listen, I ain't saying it no more. There have been certain people that have already made it clear you cannot make me, and this is, some people still think it's a hoax, so chalk it up. Chalk it up, man. Kevin Luna with the comment of the day. Kevin Luna with the comment of the day. He said, all this happening to stop the Dolphins from a playoff run. No, for the Super Bowl, baby. They already know it's our time. It's our time, man. Oh my gosh. Rip Tupac, not sure about that one. If it does happen, it's an anomaly. People still having unprotected sex with strangers. You're not changing no one's mind. Exactly, man. LOL, Super Bowl facts. I know. So, and I'm gonna be clear with y'all. I love that Byron Jones did give a solution to the players. He didn't keep complaining about it. He said, this is what we need to do. Make it known in the public so that our voice can be heard. And I love it. See, it's something to be noticed about Byron Jones too. His leadership. This isn't the first time he stepped out there. You need to go to his Twitter feed. He's giving these young guys advice about their money. He's doing a lot of that type of stuff. And we obviously have a leader. That's one thing I can tell you about Byron Jones. He has a lot of leadership traits and a lot of leadership characteristics. And I like that this was one because he's sticking up for his fellow man and making sure that we go about it the right way, though. We're not just starting this war type thing, but hey, we want to play. Let's get a solution. What do you have for us? Vaccine isn't a cure. I agree. Rip said, flip side, I get the flu shot every year and still get the flu. Listen, I've only gotten the flu shot once in my life, and that was the year I got the flu. Real talk. The first time I got a flu shot was the year I got the flu. And then the 7 years after, I ain't get the flu shot and I ain't had the flu. At least I don't think I did. Oh, boy. The flu strain is different every year and constantly changing. Not all viruses change as much or as fast. Well, there's already different strains of COVID. Look it up. And also, the flu strain doesn't only change every year, but there's typically 3 prevalent strains every year. And technically, there are 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 plus strains of the flu every year. It's just that usually they give you a shot of the most prevalent one that looks like it's going to spread the most. So let's get 80 likes. Punch that like button. Yes, hit that like button. We got 90 people watching. Hit that like button, ladies and gentlemen. Thank y'all. Thank y'all, man. Thank y'all so much. But that's what's going on, man. So in the near future, we're going to get a lot of answers. We're going to get a lot of answers on whether we're going to have football. As of right now, we still got, the players, the way that they framed it. Let me read to y'all what Byron Jones said. All right, let me read to y'all the exact words. He suggested it on a player's rep call as a way of getting out the message that players aren't just trying to get out of camp. See, that's what this is about. Players are scared to come to camp. They said, we want to play. Let's just make it safe. But that's like okay, it ain't no way to make it safe. Once again, I don't get it. You can't make it safe. First of all, some of y'all got to practice in the sun. But you're going to have full body armor practicing with mask. Unless, hey, that might be something to think about. NFL switching it up. They need to have full body Under Armour with gloves and a very nice breathable helmet mask that can help breathe. I don't know. Maybe the NFL might be going to the future on this one. Maybe that's something they need to explore. Full body armor, Under Armour, whatever you want to do, just full body, thin layer armor for protection, and with gloves, neck, helmet that's breathable, but also filtered. Maybe that's the solution. Maybe that's the solution. Something to think about. Maybe that's something to think about. Make sure it's thin, but it's still protection so that it's not overwhelmingly hot. Maybe that's something that they need to consider. Somebody should have been working on helmets right now, ventilated helmets. Everybody got face masks. The whole front mouth guard is covered like a full face mask, almost like a Power Ranger. But for real, these teams might need to be Dolphin Power Rangers. Maybe I just came up with the solution. Real talk. Maybe I just came up with the solution. They need to be Power Rangered up with the breathable helmet that's filtered with the air coming in and out. Maybe that's the solution. I don't see where that would be a problem. And after every game, you got a clean up, wash up area. And once you step into the quarantine area, you've gotten all of that off of you. Take all your stuff off, send it for sanitation. You go into another room, you shower it all off. And as soon as you step out of that area, you go in and now you're safe. Go home to your family. Maybe that's the solution. Go Power Rangers. Go Dolphin Rangers. I don't know. And we may laugh about it, but that might, that's actually not a bad idea. It's actually not a bad idea. Sorry, I got ice full. One of them frozen over, so I put the hot water in it to let it melt some. But hopefully, man, I don't know, man. The NFL got to make a decision. I just think that maybe that is a great idea. I love the idea, TD. You just have to be concerned with overheating. Listen, you ain't got to be concerned with overheating. First of all, the Under Armour is a thin layer. Look at their jerseys now. They already are full body. The only thing that's out there is really their arms. It's the same difference. And matter of fact, you could go a little further, and in their helmet, you could have cool air circulating. I mean, this is 2020. That should be an easy make. That should be an easy make. Shout out to DFS with the donation, said that's pure vodka, LOL. Listen, sometimes I'm slow on certain things, so you got to explain the pure vodka one for me, all right? I don't know. Oh, man. Man. TD, can you read my comment? If I can find it, FinFan. Let me see. Okay, do you think Tua and Flores will win a Super Bowl if they do it in the first few years? Oh, the water. Okay, no, this is H2O. I promise you that. But if they do it in the first few years, they have to do it in the first few years. People out here running crazy. Why are the cases higher than they've ever been right now? Because of 4th of July. Tell you that now. I said it a while ago. I said, watch. Give it about the 18th of the month. Give it somewhere around the 17th and 18th. For a week and a half, you're going to see the highest cases. And what's happening right now? Highest cases. 4th of July, man. People have been cooped up so long. Then they open back up to a degree. Some people took that as a sign of, man, let's get out of here. 4th of July. A lot of us probably did something on 4th of July with other people. Who knows? All right, Byron Jones is gearing to be the next Troy Vincent. Facts. Imagine a helmet catching fire, LOL. No, man. We should all warm up to Rosen. We'll see, man. We shall see. We've seen crazy things, so I ain't saying Rosen playing is crazy, but we shall see, man. You can't rule anything out. You really can't. You just can't rule anything out. But rookies are supposed to report this week. There's also been rumblings that the Dolphins rookies might report 2 days later than everyone else. I don't know if that's in stone yet, but they're talking about hot spots pushing it back a little, which I hate because it gives us a disadvantage. Then I seen an article today that was so spot on. It's something that we haven't really talked about. Who's really being impacted by a shorter training camp? In shorter preseason or no preseason? Josh Rosen is number one. The article said he was number one, and I agreed. He's number one. He's going to be impacted more than anyone because he's not going to have as many reps, as many opportunities, or a live performance potentially to show everybody. That's real. That's real. The article said number two, Austin Jackson. I disagree with that one, but I can see how it could, because if he has any semblance of struggle, you still got Davenport that might actually start in that position. So that's something to consider. But my number two would be players like Kalen Ballage, Sam McGuevin, players like that had to redeem themselves. And the last one the article said that I totally agree with is the undrafted rookies. Oh my gosh, we got so much talent, but would they even be able to show it? Imagine Preston Williams last year without the camp. He might not have even been on the team. I'm just saying, maybe he would have, but guys, come on. Come on. There's a lot of great talent with these undrafted rookies. Are we going to get to see enough of them to fall in love? This is just unorthodox. This is an off year, off season, man. It's tough, y'all. It's tough. Y'all hit that like button, guys. We got 90 people watching, 55 likes, 4 dislikes. So Matt Burke and Adam Gates brought their friends today. So we appreciate y'all tuning in. Make sure you subscribe. It's crazy, man. It's going to be a lot of interesting things going down. A lot of interesting things, man. And we don't know what are the surprises going to be out of it. And then on top of it, we really can't see Kemp. We can't see Kemp. Coach likes Fitz a lot. EM and treason and y'all crazy. Man, Gates. Jersey Dolphin, you ain't right for that one. Let me start. With only 2 preseason games on top of the everything else. Yeah, think about it. 2 preseason games. Fitz gonna play heavy in it. Tua gonna get some reps. Rosen's gonna get reps. Guys, how much can go around in 2 preseason games? What's up, Havoc? The homie in the building. The rookies are the only reason why they're going to play preseason, but many rookies will have no chance with this offseason. I know, but I hate that. Your best pool of talent to be in the back end of that roster are these rookies, especially the UDFAs, those gems, the diamonds in the rough. But let me tell you this. A lot of teams are going to mess up and cut certain players or put them on practice squad because they don't know. But now your scouting has to extend. Your scouting has to extend. Now you have to sit out here and watch which team screwed up by letting this player go or that player go. But the sad thing about that, even if you see a team screw up, your roster's already made. You don't want to just bring a certain guy in because people are going to be trying to make rosters, not practice squads. If it's all practice squad, they're going to stay where they are. People don't want to turn down one practice squad just to go sign with another unless they see a massive opportunity at the position. It's going to be crazy out here, man. Havoc said this is where having gem finders like Flores and Greer comes into play. I agree. But the problem is there's going to be so many gems that, and then look at your roster already. Do you already understand that whatever 55 we pick is already going to be loaded? Even though there's gems out there, none of those gems may be justified to make the roster right now. So all you're doing is talking to a gym and asking them to join your practice squad, but the offer was already extended with the team they're with. It's going to be hard to find players that can replace somebody on this 55. They may turn out to be guys they can replace, but right now, obviously they weren't drafted, so you don't cover them as such. You got to see them in camp prove it to be like Preston Williams. He came in and took it. That's going to be the issue. Even if, oh, man, look at that kid's available now. We wanted to get him as a UDFA, but they snatched him up. But he's available now. They screwed up. But we ain't bring you on our practice squad. No, I'm trying to make a 53. If I want to be on a practice squad, I'll just stay right here. At least they picked me up, so they obviously like me. They just couldn't keep me. It's going to be hard. Shout out to Ed Dowling with the donation. Said, TD, do you think teams will take a chance and try unproven players during the season due to a short preseason? No. They're going to go with what they know, and they're all going to recognize that there's going to be a lot of talent just sitting out here. They're going to go with what they know, and if it doesn't work out, they'll make cuts during the season and make calls to bring certain people in. That's my thoughts on it. That's my thoughts. But y'all know me. I'm the first one to say time will tell. Time will tell. I agree, Jersey Dolphin. Kind of what I want to happen too. Having won, I'm good. Just coming off vacation. Shout out to Elder Bruce Jones, the homie in the building. Y'all hit that like button. Hit that like button. Man, but listen, guys. Listen. It's going down, man. This is going to be a unique season. It's definitely going to be a unique season. Havoc said, if we have a preseason, the starters are going to play even less than they usually would. Talent evaluation is going to take precedent. Here's the issue with that, Havoc. In a lot of cases, we don't know who's going to start. The O-line, all of them going to have to play because we don't know the perfect running backs. They're all new. We don't know who the number one is. We don't know who the number one is. Wide receivers, we're so loaded. We don't know what Preston's going to be when he come back. Only person we know is Devontae. Everybody else, they're going to be battling. Our roster's full of this crap, man. In a good way, not crap in a bad way. But it's full of it. It's full of, we don't know who the starters are going to be. So it's not really going to be a case of, the starters ain't going to play much. They out there trying their best because they want to be a starter. We got too much of that on this roster. I like it, but in this scenario, it's tough because we're not going to see enough of somebody. We're not going to see enough of somebody. We're not going to see enough of several bodies. A lot of hard choices to make with the rebuilding roster. I know. Balaj gets his act together. He can be the next Brandon Jacobs from the New York Giants back in the day. Beast. Listen, will he even have enough reps and opportunities to redeem himself? Man, it's crazy. It's tough. It's crazy. This is tough, man. We got a lot of situations and scenarios, and COVID's doing it all. COVID's doing it all, man. I think coaches evaluate players by what they see in practice, not preseason. There's in large part, you're correct, Luke, but you got to understand that might even be reduced. That may even be reduced, man. Look at them. They're coming out now saying we want to practice for camp, but we want to do it safely. How can you do it safely? The Power Ranger suit ain't made yet, man. They ain't make the Power Ranger suits. This is going to feel like a strike season like in the 80s. The players may actually strike, though. The day they're supposed to report to camp, you might have players not showing up to camp. Then you got that controversy. Every team missing certain players for camp. It ain't going to be these young guys because they need their money. It's going to be some of the biggest names not showing up to camp. And Jersey Dolphins, good point. He say, I see a lot of early injuries this season. A lot of these guys, man. Maybe you schedule more scrimmages with teams minus the whole social distancing stuff going on. I don't even think it's about the social distancing stuff, flip side. The players want to know how they can play in camp safe. They have to hit up on other sweaty guys. Sweat is it's coming out of your body, man. Perspiration just coming out of your body. You don't think COVID is all in that? How can they play football safe? It's kind of, I ain't gonna lie, I'm starting to feel like it's kind of messed up that they asked that because they already know the answer. They know you can't. They know you can't, man. Ain't no more social distancing, bro. That's the reality. I'm gonna tell y'all now, that's the reality. That's the reality. Straight up reality, man. The NFL would get things done. Well, I'll tell you this, they are on the clock. The players put them smack dab on the clock. I remember the stream, TD, how hyped everyone was with ball game against the Vikings. I know how they forget, though. The NFL players have shown they're less likely to walk out than MLB and NBA players. No, I get it. They are. NFL players are way more reliant on their money. But you have to understand, when Russell Wilson comes out and says what he says it and he means it. He has a pregnant wife at home. He wants to practice, but how can he do that safely without putting his wife at risk? Those questions have to be answered. You're my employer. It's supposed to be a safe, conducive work environment. See, what y'all don't understand is, here's what you're not seeing. You're not seeing situations where the product is very physical. Matter of fact, the product that the NFL offers it's almost guaranteed to spread if somebody has it. That's the product, okay? So if you know your product can do that, and all of a sudden you put your employees at risk and somebody in their families suffers the price for it, that's a lawsuit. That's a lawsuit. Why do you think they end up paying so much money? Why do you think they end up paying so much money for a CTE? That was a settlement. They ain't want those problems in court. You know, doctor has proven that the collisions release certain chemicals in the brain that are toxic and is detrimental for their health long term. And these players start showing effect. Even some believed to have committed suicide because of it. And look how much money they shelled out. Look how much money they shelled out and opened up funds that go forever and different stuff like that. So come on, man. You putting players at risk, knowing the threat, and when something happened to somebody in their family, because basically you're forcing them to go to work, and if they don't, they lose their livelihood. No, that's a lawsuit. The only way around the lawsuit if you show that you did everything you could possibly do to protect them. So if you make the Power Ranger suit and it's proven that it should protect everybody, but somebody still catch it, you can go to court about that, man. We did everything we could, Your Honor. They may throw it out. But when it's obvious neglect, you're going to lose that case. And telling them to play anyway, knowing that it's a physical sport, sweat all on each other, breathing on each other, all that stuff, it's an obvious risk. You lose. NFL knows that. That's why they're in the front offices right now. Oh my God, what are we going to do? Trust me, they're trying to figure it out right now as best they can. Players put them on notice. One of the rare times players have any power. That was smart what they did. But if the NFL can't get those brainiac minds together, we may not have football. I'm telling them they need to go ahead and get the Power Ranger suits. And if players complain about that, then they have a right to say, who cares? Get over it. Because it's no different from a doctor or an engineer having to wear their suits and everything they got to do. That's what it is. They better go ahead and make them Power Ranger suits. What's up, Engraven Viz, the homie in the building? What's going on, man? I love that video you made over the weekend, man. Why you can't go to the grocery store with nobody, man. That was pretty dope. Man. But yes, man, the NFL, that's my solution to you, NFL, because the players have put you on notice, okay? They have basically said they want to play football, but they want to do it safe. How can they do it? They already know the answer to that question. You can't play it safe. It's a sweaty, grimy, breathing game that you're hugging each other, doing all that stuff. You can't play it safe. Okay? So my suggestion to you, NFL, make everybody a Power Ranger suit, and their Power Ranger helmet is breathable with filters and with the cooling system. I'm NFL, get it done. You better hurry up. Time is running out. That's your only solution that I could think of. It got to be a Power Ranger suit. Not literal. Y'all know what I mean. Something just like it. Get your Power Ranger suit going. You better, your Under Armour, you better call Nike, call Under Armour, call Reebok, call everybody right now who want to be the first person in on this. This is going to be big for the future. You're going to have high schools, colleges, everybody around the nation. I promise y'all, if I had a few million right now, I might be investing on making a Power Ranger football suit because it's going to blow up. Everybody's going to need it. Everybody's going to need it. It's a huge investment. Y'all investors better get on it. The reason why they mad is they want testing every day, and the NFL wants it every other day. I don't listen. If they arguing over testing, they need to stop that crap. They need to stop that crap. Call me. I got some money. Listen, Robbie. If you got the cash, man, run with it. I just put it out there, bro. Now, if you want me to tag along and get rich off of your money, hey, I'll do that too. But I'm letting you know, if you got the capital, the suggestion's been out there. Go get paid. And if you want to show some appreciation when you make them billions, come holler at your boy. Come holler at your boy, man. That's what it is, man. That's exactly what it is. And it ain't far-fetched. It ain't even a bad idea. I'm going to keep it real with you. It ain't even a bad idea, y'all. Real talk. It's not a bad idea. Dress these guys up like full-body Power Rangers with their team logos and everything. As a matter of fact, it might be cool as can be. That might be pretty dope. The NFL new helmets, space helmets, call them that. I don't know. It actually would be pretty dope. It would actually be pretty dope. All these young kids would become fans instantly. Come around Halloween time, everybody in the streets with their favorite team has their favorite team Power Ranger suit on. It's the only way we could trick or treat. We cancel it because of COVID, but we don't have to cancel it. That could be your Halloween outfit. I'm telling y'all, man. TD talking $1 billion money, $1 billion stuff right now. I'm telling y'all. If you can make them breathable, that's easy. Helmet, make it breathable. With filters. Just like gills. Y'all wear the mask now with the filter things on them. It's the same thing. It's just the upgraded ones may have a ventilation, cool fan system in them. It's real talk. They'll be pretty dope. They'll be pretty dope, man. Mike said, best idea you ever had. Mike Pellegrino said something positive, y'all. Y'all give it up for Mike in the comment section, man. Hey, y'all help me out, man. Put it in the comment section. Yeah, and just put anything with Mike's name, man. That's the first time in like 2 years Mike has said anything positive about what I do. He said, best idea you ever had. That should prove to you it's the first time he has ever, man. Mike, the only negative Nancy allowed on the channel, y'all. No, I'm just playing. I'll be teasing him. Oh, man. Mike likes it. Hey, if Mike like it, it gotta be money, man. It gotta be money. Oh, man, you almost slipped to drop the F-bomb. No, I didn't. I don't know where you thought I almost did, but I wouldn't know if I did. So, no, you're wrong. NBA, UFC, MLB are putting their players in bubbles and daily testing. Listen, man, they ain't got to do all that. Get these guys their Power Ranger suits, man. It's that simple. Power Ranger suited up. You're going to have grown men buying Power Ranger suits for Halloween with their team logo on it. I'm telling y'all, it ain't nothing but the regular jerseys the way it is now, just a long sleeve one, like Under Armour material. Make it thin with pads, sleek, just long arms with gloves, team gloves, and it's the helmet that's the centerpiece. The helmet that locks in, not lock in because it still need all function. Y'all get my point. Someone is really going to make millions with that. Billions, bro. Billions. Do you know how much football is? Billions. This is a $1 billion opportunity, man. Real talk, man. I don't see why they don't. That's the future of the NFL. You got to have like this sleek space-like suit that's slim and sleek. Show your frame and physique. It looks sexy. It looks good. It looks good on players. With the helmet, like a Power Ranger, like a real tight Power Rangers helmet with a breathable system that gives cool air. Man, these players probably enjoy it. I like the idea of TD and then have an attachment where cool air can be pumped in after a set of downs and whatever, man. Keep you cool or warm. Either way, man. That'll be pretty hot, man. They better wake up. See, when you see chaos, you got to find opportunity in it. So even with the vaccine, you think it stays? Man, it's going to be here, man. It's going to be here. Think about it. I mean, with the vaccine, the flu stays. So it's going to be here, man. It is what it is, man. Instead of Power Rangers, it's Go Dolphin players. Oh, man. He said, okay, that was lame. It was funny, though. Man, that's where I draw the line on jerseys. All right. Them things going to be so tight. You're going to watch how many people buy them. Watch how many people buy them. Every year, sales for Halloween and the season going up. People going to be buying the full armor, and they're going to be wearing them at Halloween because it's the only way you're going to be able to trick-or-treat anyway if this stuff is out here like this. Yeah, we can go trick-or-treating. We just got to wear our favorite team. Man, the NFL could take over Halloween. If COVID stays here, hey, you can still, man, that's advertisement. You can still trick-or-treat. Just buy your favorite team. And now that's advertisement for every team. Man, 30 minutes to get it off to pee. No, man, you can have a contraption, a zipper, whatever. Man, that's all logistics. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. That's the easy part. I don't even understand why the NFL ain't already proposing this. They should already be marketing what it'll look like. Have players with it on, with their arms open, taking pictures like they do for that should have been done. Like this is you want a plan to keep your players safe and keep the product going, give them a suit. Anywho, man, like astronauts for real, but with a sexier suit, one that fits their bodies with the pads and everything, that feel comfortable and good. It's easy, man. Sleek, exactly, man. Not these big old packs and stuff. No, that's for space stuff, for breathing for real. You're already on Earth. You got the air. It's just cool air circulating. Anyway, man, I guess I'm going on a tangent. We got 110 people watching. Y'all hit that like button for your boy. Hit that like button. Let's see. What was that? Oh. Punch that like button. We want to try to get over 200 likes on this video. I'll be back to y'all, man, but we're going to act as if the season's going to continue because we hope that it does. All right. Have Tesla design that. Anyone eye the sleek spacesuit. Exactly. I don't understand why no major company hasn't stepped in and say, NFL, worried about playing safe? Hold my cup. I got you. It's actually easy. Hey, Under Armour, just make me some of your material, full bodysuit. Done. Same cleats. Spider-Man suit. That's the point, with pads. Exactly. A Spider-Man suit. But I need that Power Ranger helmet, though, because you got to be able to protect the players. They still need a helmet that's safe. But you just close in the face of the helmet to where they have eye vision. They got the same vision. You just got to close up the front area. A full face mask that go over their head, so the helmet is their head. And all of this is the loose piece, but it's going into their Matter of fact, Iron Man it. Hit a button, it'll all come up. Why not? Look, man, do you see what we creating right now? Iron Man the thing. Hit a button and it all raise up on the sideline. It raises up and the mask raise down. I don't know. I mean, come on, man. People keep saying they got to be able to breathe. You're going to breathe. There's no different from having a mask on and you got those things. You're going to have room in the mask and air is going to be circulating. And the thing is, you can have vents in the helmet. It's just that those vents need to be, they have to have filters in them. That's all it is. Vents on the inside of them. They have like a cotton pad or something like that that's filtering the air as you breathe. It's simple. Maybe the helmet seals around the neck so you don't need a whole suit. Well, you got to understand. Let me make something clear. People think that the only way you're getting COVID is through your breathing it in. That ain't the only way you're getting COVID. It's not the only way you're getting COVID. It's not. So people, we can wear the face mask all we want. We can wear the face mask all we want. Now, the face mask may be helping us from giving it to people with it coming out our mouth or coming out our nose, but it's not stopping us from contracting it through our eyes. Anything that can be internal in the body, even on your skin. On your skin. It's seeping through. People don't understand how the human body works or the trillion of cells. I don't know, man. All right, let me see. TD, question about the NFL media contract. They have with the major networks. Do they still have blackout games on Amelia's schedule? I don't know what Amelia's schedule is. Or was that eliminated a few years ago? From my understanding, they still have blackouts. It's just a matter of if the network releases it or not. I don't know the details on that, honestly. As far as I don't keep up with that to know. I thought that they could still have a blackout. And one of the main reasons they have a blackout, they didn't sell enough tickets or whatever it may be. So they need people to want to actually have cable. Because when you don't have a blackout, people without cable can watch on regular TV in a local area. But the blackout, from my understanding, was like a punishment. Well, enough people ain't paying to watch it, so we're going to make you want to pay to watch it. We're going to make you want to get cable. We're going to make you, so it just depends. But if they get enough people paying to watch it or going to the games, then they don't do a blackout. So I don't know. Blackouts do still happen to cities who don't sell out their games. Yes, because they got to recoup that money another way by making you get with a provider, which brings in more revenue because more views, more cable subscribers because of your product, all of that. What's up, TD? I like the video on my way in. That's what's up, man. There are chemicals that can be sprayed that prevent COVID from living on surfaces for 24 hours. Interesting. Our owner will buy the tickets. Yeah, probably, man. But anywho, man, I will be back with y'all, man. I'm gonna hit a few topics today. I also got to continue the players' bios for each players and their future projections for next season. I'm probably gonna get lunch ready for the kids, and then I'll see y'all soon. Love y'all. Appreciate your love and support. This is TD FINSTALK, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Y'all hit that like button on your way out. Thank you to everyone who donated to the chat going strong. Thank you everybody for who hit that like button. And again, I'm nothing without y'all, so I love y'all. Peace. It's your boy TD. I am out. Go Dolphin Rangers.